and drift away. And I don't care how high you are.
What's up, guys? This is CGC Apex, bringing you something a little different. I'm going to be doing some gaming news along with my regular gameplays that I'll be coming out with now. Just trying something a little different. So before I get into the gaming news for today, I just want to announce that I partnered with Envision Empire. They're a Twitter hosting site for tournaments. They also have a lot of other teams in the gaming organization for COD, Gears, and other stuff. So I've joined them as a content creator. So I just wanted to give them a shout out, giving them a thanks. And in the future, we'll be doing giveaways for upcoming games. We'll be giving away beta codes. We'll be giving away gear on my YouTube site, and also for any YouTube content creators that are trying to get their name out there, I'll be doing like shout outs for random people. I'll just randomly select maybe 5 or 6 people, give them a shout out on my channel so they could kind of grow too, just like I'm trying to do the same thing. So now let's just get into the gaming news that I wanted to talk about today. First is Nintendo Switch. The price might have been accidentally revealed. The Canadian arm of Toys R Us may have accidentally outed the base price of the upcoming Nintendo Switch. They listed it at $250 for the console. They had the listing online and they got removed. The potential price is pretty competitive, placing it about the same as most of the basic Xbox One and the PS4 prices. Not to mention it's like the same price as the original Wii, which was $250 too. If that's the case, the Switch might be even cheaper to manufacture than the Wii, which, well, not the Wii, well, the Wii U, which is, I don't know how I feel about that yet, especially how they're really hyping it up. They said, Nintendo also said that it will not sell the new console at a loss. So, and the Wii U was sold at a loss, so we'll see how they kind of work that out. As far as the listing price, Nintendo said they won't comment on any rumors about the console until the Nintendo Direct, which is in January, so it'll probably be a while before we hear any talk about price or anything else for the Nintendo Direct. Next, we have just some Microsoft Black Friday deals. I figured I'd just talk about it a little since I'm going Black Friday shopping too, and it's coming up. A lot of these deals are online. I think most of them are, unless you have like a Microsoft store or something like that that's pretty close to you. They start on November the 24th, so they start even earlier than Black Friday. You could grab some pretty good deals on the Xbox One S, the Xbox One controllers, or even a VR headset. I'll just go through the prices. They have the Xbox One wireless controller with various designs for $39.99. The Xbox One wireless controller with the plain charge kit, also for $39.99. The Xbox Design Lab, so when you make your own controller, where you could put your own designs on it. Usually it's $9.99, but if you just buy the controller, you get free engraving with it. So that's a pretty good deal if you're looking for a custom controller. Next is the Xbox One stereo headset, which is $39.99. I bought these and they're pretty good. I really like them. They're pretty comfortable. You could also use them as just regular headphones when you're listening to music too, so they're pretty good for the money that you're paying for it. Next, we have the HTC Vive VR headset. If you buy it, you get a $100 gift code with the purchase. So if you're looking to like buy multiple Microsoft things, that could work for you. Also, the same thing goes for the Oculus Rift VR headset. So you'll also get a $100 gift code with that. And then they haven't revealed what games they'll be doing, but there will be 50% off of select Xbox games. And then also 3-month gold membership will be $15. So if you're looking up to stack up on multiple ones, now is the time. But that's all the deals they have for right now. Next, Watch Dogs 2 just came out, so there's a lot of news going on about that from Ubisoft. They teased multiple new Ubisoft games in some of the missions. They like putting fictional versions of Ubisoft in the game. In a side mission titled UB Stolen, you intercept a phone call from an in-game Ubisoft San Francisco employee who mentions previous leaks of like Assassin's Creed games such as Unity and Syndicate, but then he mentions a less familiar name, which is Osiris. I'll just put a link down below from the video that I looked at where they just show the mission. The context of the conversation points to a Egypt set Assassin's Creed, which was leaked earlier this year. However, the game was originally called Empire, not Osiris, which was at one point the name for a project many assumed was a planned new entry in the Prince of Persia franchise. The mission also sees you breaking into the game's version of Ubisoft that's located in San Francisco, and you steal a watermark trailer, which is supposed to be announced at that like fictional E3. The trailer, which I'll also put a link in the description, shows a series of shots on space stations and spacecraft, but cuts out before any potential title is revealed. So maybe they're hinting at like a sci-fi Ubisoft game, which would be pretty cool. But of course, there's always the chance that both these new games are completely made up. But it's pretty nice to see a little tease or a joke, and it's a pretty good implementation into the game of them kind of leaking their own upcoming games if it does that. On the bad side, for Watch Dogs right now, the multiplayer feature is still down. Well, it was up for people who got the game early, but now on the official launch, they've disabled the multiplayer, and they haven't given any ETA on when it will be brought back up. According to a in-game notice, what it shows you is the features are currently causing the game to lag and crash periodically and have been disabled until the problem is fixed. Ubisoft has so far not replied to any like statements on the issue or whether it will be resolved for launch. However, Eurogamer reports that a Ubisoft spokesperson has said the publisher is confident there will be no problems in it once it's completely fixed, and the game's co-op features are still active, with players being able to invite each other through the game's menu. The disabled seamless gameplay feature include randomly dropped co-op sessions for specific missions, as well as being invaded by other players. So that kind of sucks, especially since it's just now launching. And then some other bad news is a Sony gamer actually got banned by Sony for sharing a full frontal nudity watchdog image. Apparently, from what he said, on Sunday evening, I accidentally blew up a few women in a back alleyway gas pipe, and I saw it. He took a picture of the funny oversight, and I guess he shared it online, which led to him being suspended from PlayStation Network. The suspension will last 1 week, and he just wanted, I guess he just thought it was a joke, and wanted to share it to some of his friends, and apparently paid the price by getting banned. So I guess that's a warning. No nudity, even if it's like in an actual game and you share it, will be accepted by Sony. And then my last two pieces of gaming news for today is they released Super Mario Run's release date in the price too. So Super Mario Run will be released on December 15 for all iOS devices. Players will be able to download the platform auto runner from the App Store for free to try out the game's 3 modes. After that, the full game can be unlocked for $9.99. Super Mario Run will work on iPhone, iPad, and iTouch devices running iOS 8.0 or later, so make sure you have the update, and will launch in 151 regions and countries. So starting on December 15th, it'll drop. As far as Android goes, they haven't released a date, but Nintendo said that it plans on bringing it to Android at some point in the future. So that's pretty exciting to see. Next, we have Modern Warfare Remastered. Came out a couple of weeks ago, along with IW and some data miners. Apparently, burrowed deep into the coding and uncovered hidden weapons that hint at the possible bringing of microtransactions, which a lot of the COD community just in a whole really hate. It's, especially with all like the DLC weapons and stuff like that. So it's looking like they actually might have thought about bringing some weapons to Modern Warfare Remastered. I know they have a picture flowing around on Twitter with a guy holding the shovel from Black Ops 3. There's also been mentions of other like weapons from other CODs being brought to the game, and the Black Ops 3 style weapons dealer for the microtransaction, which kind of puts a blow on the COD community, especially with nobody liking IW. And the only thing that is really kind of keeping the COD community alive right now is Modern Warfare Remastered, so them making it even worse kind of sucks. And then my last gaming news, I know I said I had two, but I have one more, is the Telltale game series, like with the choice decision for like Game of Thrones and other famous like games. They might have released or leaked the next one that they're making, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. Last year, Telltale's Games and Marvel Games announced a partnership for a game with a 2017 release, then went completely silent about it. It seems that the game will be based around the Guardians of the Galaxy, as spotted by a comic book movie. The voice actors union currently on strikes. In a hope of a better deal, they like leaked that the next game was going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. So I don't really like the Telltale game series a lot. I think for the money that you're spending on it, it could be longer and it could be better and at least thought out more. But Guardians of the Galaxy is a pretty cool game. So, it was a pretty good movie, not a game. But if they made it to a game, I might consider actually buying it. But that's all I have today for gaming news. I'll probably have some tomorrow and some gameplay tomorrow too. I'll still be doing a lot of Destiny based stuff too. But if you like this, just like, comment, subscribe.